kind of done that before in my off season, just going from super hungry and famished into going in a free for all and having a buffet and eating anything you want with no restrictions. And so I've seen both worlds, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not developing an eating disorder. And then I was supposed to hop back on plan, and then I had it I got baited by a whole box of like Quest bars pretty much. I only had 3 Quest bars, but and a Ninja Creamy, but I felt bad and I threw up. I forced myself to throw up. Yeah, kind of borderline bulimic. Not something to joke about, but I'm just kind of laughing because I'm making it lighthearted because it's not really something I find myself comfortable talking about, but I just thought I'd say it. And yesterday I told my coach, and the conversation and communication that we had was just pretty amazing in that moment. And it wasn't too deep where I thought I was developing an eating disorder. In all honesty, I thought I was being super hard, like David Goggins style. And I was like, Nick, you cheated. You're not on plan again. Time to throw this shit up. We're going to get dialed for this pro card. And yeah, I mean, it might be somewhat borderline bulimic. It's by definition bulimic, but dude, I'm going to stay dialed and do whatever it takes. Anyways, my coach talked me through it, and he said, anytime you feel that way or you do stuff like that, you got to tell me. Like, I'd rather you tell me and we work through it than you handling it like that. And then he made sure I was good mentally, emotionally, which I was. But yeah, as my hormones are adjusting, like yesterday when I ate, I was so grateful for that moment of just being scared to tell my coach that and then being able to open up to him that, yeah, like it took a lot of stress off my shoulders, and we didn't go overboard at all with eating with my family. So, at least not that I think. So, we gained about 2.4 pounds, but a lot of that is water weight as well, and we just indulged on meat. So, and then that like 100-calorie Ninja Creamy that I shared with my family as well, which they loved. Ninja Creamies are freaking insane. Anyways, this is day 94 of the prep. We are going to hit chest, shoulders, and one thing I want to share with you guys is this journal I have. This is the High Performance Planner by Brendan Bouchard, and it asks a lot of good questions that I find myself thinking about now on a day-to-day basis. It also helped me too with yesterday, but it asks, one thing I can get excited about today is this. If one word could describe the kind of person I want to be today, then that word is this. And why I choose it is because of this reason. Someone who needs me on my A game today is this person. A situation that might stress me out or trip me up today could be this. And the way I would best deal with that is this. Someone I could surprise with a note, gift, or sign of appreciation is this. One action I could take to demonstrate excellence or real value. I'm going to finish up my morning. We started off around 8:30, prayed, journaled again, meditated, breathed, did some posing, ate, and then did some video editing. Now we are going to fill out this journal, which is a different journal. I have 2. And then we're going to go hit some chest. So on a serious note though, if you guys feel like you are developing an eating disorder or you feel like you have unhealthy eating habits, please seek help. If you are under guidance of a coach and you feel like you can't really talk with them, just know radical transparency and telling the truth will always set you free. It'll set up the steps of light in order for you to take to walk down a better path. And those steps of light will show you a better path, no matter how scary it is to tell the truth. It's not safe to speak. It's never safe to speak. But what's even more dangerous is not speaking at all. So realize that everything is a choice. If you have a coach or somebody, be radically transparent with them, and be radically transparent with yourself. And please seek help. So Yeah. Anyways. Alrighty, y'all. So we just did some light stretching. We're here at New Tech, and then did about 6 muscle ups just to get loose, get warmed up. Now we are going to do the first movement, which is flat dumbbell press, 4x8, going super heavy. So I got about 110 pounds. And yeah, a chest day essential is these wraps, these wrist wraps. So you just put them on, wrap them around. I don't like them too tight personally, but yeah, we're gonna go heavy and just grip it and rip it. Strength has not diminished too much since adapting from powerlifting and calisthenics over to bodybuilding and more so hypertrophy. But the biggest shift in my training styles, I would say, would be volume. And then I used to do chest try, one day back by, shoulders, arms, and then legs. So 5-day split. But now I'm on push, pull, legs, rest. Push, pull, legs, rest. So, and one thing I've learned too, I've heard from an Olympian I've met, is as a natural, one of the best ways to optimize your muscle protein synthesis, your MPS, is to do full body workouts, like every other day or something. Like not too crazy volume. I'm not really sure how to think about this because I don't know too much about it, but um, I'm stimulating pretty much all my muscles every 2 to 3 days rather than like twice a week. So this is rather than like once to 1.5 times a week. So as for my training style, like I've been getting relatively freaking strong. Meanwhile, losing weight compared to like just powerlifting and calisthenics. So that's one thing that's really cool to see my body adapt through. Yeah, the 3 biggest tips I would say for bodybuilding. A, you always want to have your growth phase, so focus on getting as strong as possible, as safe as possible. How would you do that? Well, test your limits safely. If you're just getting started on working out, then I would either hire a personal trainer that can show you how to work out and do movements correctly so you can build a solid foundation, or I would find a friend to work out with and learn from them. Don't ego lift at first. I was 100 pounds when I started lifting, and I tried lifting what my buddy lifted, and he gave me the best tip ever. He says, we all start somewhere. So y'all just got to start somewhere. Don't be afraid to start. Don't be sad where you start. And then build on a solid house. Build on a solid foundation. Now you can build, there's 2 houses. There's one that's built on sand, there's one that's built on concrete. The one that stands the test of time is the one that is built on a solid foundation. So focus. You can also look up on YouTube tips to lift good weights, lift safely. But yeah, focus on getting as strong as possible and always kind of progressing, limit testing at the extremes of knowing what you can't do versus what you can do, because a lot of the time you'd be surprised at what you can actually achieve. So now we are moving on to the seated Smith machine shoulder press. Now we set up the seat and we set up the safeties so we can bail out. You always want to practice safe sets. And right now we got a plate loaded onto it. We're gonna go a little bit wider than shoulder width apart for our grip and see what we can do. So this is a really good variation for if you don't like doing barbell press without support, because also if you see here, the safety is right here. This is where it dies out. So I can bail out if you're working out alone and solo for movements like this, barbell movements or squats or even deadlifts. I like using the Smith machine. This machine's really good for just isolating the movement and being able to bail out as long as you use the safeties. Another tip for empowering yourself for your lifts and just priming your body and your nervous system is taking deep breaths. So I like to take 2 inhales, 1 exhale. So inhale, exhale. I'll inhale again, and then I'll do my exertion. So this one's gonna be a push. I'll probably be able to do 8 because, and I don't do this movement, but I'm not scared because I have the safeties on. So if I can't do it, I can bail out. But I got you guys watching, so we're gonna shoot for 8. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was not quite 8. But through the power of the Smith machine, we were able to rack it safely. Be able to push ourselves. Frick, man. Oh. Alrighty, y'all. This is either gonna go really good or really bad. It's probably been about 2-ish months since we've done calisthenics. We're gonna shoot for the handstand and see where we lie. Oh, fuck. Yeah, we lost the handstand a little bit. Damn it. Fuck. Yeah, we need to practice that some more. But it's been a couple months. But yeah. Alrighty, guys. So we just added a new machine to the Pokedex. So this is the Strive arm extension. So this is for triceps. You can see there's a nice lever there, and it's a seat adjusted arm extension. So I'll kind of show you real quick. The reason why I really like this one is there's a seat. I never do this machine, but in the back you can actually lock into the machine. So now I'm fully pressed up against it. You just gotta be careful of not hitting your head on the way up. But yeah, usually I never feel tries on this. I really like this a lot because it isolates my back and I can isolate and stay pushed up against the bench and just push down. So now we're on the M torture overhead press. I really like this one. Usually overhead triceps don't work on me unless it's from the rope or dumbbells because my shoulder and the way it inserts, it's not comfortable, but this one's really nice. And on this tricep movement, you really want to focus on the stretch. Oh, I am deceased. But you can't kill what's already dead. We made it to the final tricep movement. Reverse grip, press downs. I'm trying out a new grip, a mega grip, and it like rotates. So we're gonna go super light and get a different feel. Alrighty, y'all. We just drove to Colt Fitness. We're gonna hit some quick on posing and get after it.